Are you ready to see your first comedian?
Yeah.
Sounds good. His name is Scott Manley Hadley, and you are going to absolutely love him. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you start the clapping?
Hello. Friends are like rocks. When they start coming into your home through the windows, it's probably time to move. That's a line about over-familiarity and hate campaigns, neither of which I've ever experienced yet. I'd love to be involved in a hate campaign. I've got the kind of body type that's been selectively bred for that for generations. With this slick action hero hairstyle, this pasty pink ivory skin, and this protruding scabby genitalia. It's a body built to hate. Sadly, though, I don't have any problems with any of the traditional targets of campaigns of harassment. And in fact, the only demographic I'd like to hound out of town would be the bold community. I hate bold people. I think they're disgusting. I think it's a disgrace that bold people are allowed to live, work, and even play amongst normal people like the rest of us. I think they're an abomination. God created Adam and Eve, not bold Adam and bold Eve. Bold people are like snakes. They're like fish, they're like birds, they don't have souls. As we all know, souls are stored in the hair. I do realise at this point that some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, aren't you a little bit bold? And yes, I do acknowledge that I look bold, but my sort of hair loss is only skin deep. With a lot of bold people, it goes right down to the heart. By which I mean that I still have hair in my dreams. The other thing I mentioned at the start was over-familiarity, which isn't really a big issue for me. I'm in my mid-30s now, so I don't really see anyone socially anymore. Which honestly I have to say is a relief, because everyone I know my own age now is into one of two things. They're all either really into sex or they're into nothing. Like half of the people I know my own age will spend the entire weekend just staring at a wall. And then the other half will spend the entire weekend just sort of greased up and gobbling handfuls of Viagra and stimulants and just fucking, just having sex, just getting it on, just making love, just humping and dry humping and wet humping and doing oral sex and anal sex and vaginal sex and aural sex, which is ears, and they do hand jobs and blow jobs and boob jobs, and they do analingus and cunnilingus, and they do massage, and they do erotic massage, and they do foot massage, which is kind of halfway between the two. And they do mutual masturbation and fingering and finger banging, which is different apparently. What else do? They do kissing, cuddling, hand holding, snogging, and French kissing, whatever that is. But yes, they do all of that with the same emotional detachment that my other friends dedicate to staring at walls. There really is nothing to live for when you're in your mid-30s. So me and my beautiful pregnant wife were recently at a wedding. We were at a wedding and we met an Eggman. An Eggman, for those of you who are wondering, is someone who makes eggs. He doesn't lay eggs, obviously, that would be ridiculous. But this Eggman, who I met in collaboration with 20,000 colleagues, produces eggs at an industrial scale. 20,000 colleagues this guy has, and he's got nothing in common with any of them, because they're all chickens. And they don't have souls, because feathers aren't hairs, and souls are stored in the hair, as we all know. 20,000 chickens. It's so many chickens. It's too many chickens. The average person has under 1 chicken. This guy's got 20,000. To put that into perspective, imagine 20,000 people. That's how many chickens this guy has. 20,000 chickens, and still he didn't have a date at the wedding where we met him. He said he's always been unlucky in love, and he believes it's because most people meet their significant others in the workplace. And even though he has 20,000 female colleagues, none of them are the kinds of bird that he's into. I wouldn't ordinarily use that term to talk about women, even though I've got the kind of body type that's been selectively bred for generations to refer to women as birds. But no, I try to listen to women. I try to respect women, to believe women, and most importantly, to believe women alone. I'm gonna believe you alone. I've been Scott Manley, Hadley.